check this out. March of '91. Last time that it was on the road. Let's see the dirt on it. This is in the basement of a house, and it does have fingerprints because we were getting it out of his basement. But it's got original 300 and something miles on the odometer. You can see better than I can, I think, because I can look with the sun hitting the screen. I can't see, but I think it's 375 or 3 something. It has all the bushings on this. Is like 100% like solid and legit bike, original. I mean, you can't get any more original than this, but even these stickers are kind of like faded with time. I'm sure maybe I could find these online. And we'll figure out how to get this thing going. It's a 50cc, made in Holland. Made in Holland. 1980 is what the title says. He said 78. So I didn't even look at the VIN numbers or anything on it. And I'll tell you right now, if it does or if it doesn't have it, it is a, I at least have it right here. Alright, let me just show it to you real quick. See if it zooms in, zoom. Let's see, these usually say the year on them. 350 gross weight, front is 130, rear is 220. Let me go through the other side, let me climb up here. It's a Star Light Flight. Star Flight. Alright. The start is right here. What you say? Start. Horn. This is not connected. I don't know what this is, but it's got the things on it. This, you unscrew it, folds up. Got a horn, got lights, engine stop, run. Let's look at the year. Hopefully this is 1980 and not 78, because that's what I got. It says 19. No, it's not a motorcycle. Mira, bueno, you have to take these 2 screws out right there on top that are connected to the motor, or maybe just take this one off. I'm trying to clean the carburetor up, this thing that's been sitting for like forever, so I don't know which way to go. I know all that stuff's connected to the top. One's the choke, I think, cable, and the other one is the, you know, the vacuum thingy. So I'm gonna go ahead, and I'm recording so I don't forget where to put my stuff, so I'm going to do that. And then on the other side is the sparkulator, and I'll check for sparks over there. But for right now, I know I have to clean this carburetor. This has been sitting since, like, you know, forever, like I said before. So I'm going to disconnect some things and then move on. Thank you for watching this video. And the shield is over there. Okay. Alright, boys and girls, as you can see, I took it apart. It was not that difficult. It has this component for the air intake. It goes on the other side and it goes up like this, and this goes to the carburetor. Get apart, as you can see right from here. And I'm gonna clean a little bit of the inside. I put some WD-40 in there. Sorry, right there, to loosen it up. I took some of the bolts off on top to loosen the carburetor, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna take it off because it's connected to the choke and to the throttle. I really don't want to mess with that. I know it's probably plug and play, but I think I could get away with just cleaning the carburetor, but we'll see. Problem here is that you can see this. I think what parked it was somebody tried to get it running. See, this hose goes in here, and that goes into the petcock, and this goes into this filter. I think that's what that is, and then that goes down to the carburetor, right? So this one was clogged up to right here. So I'm gonna clean all that out, and I'm gonna see if I get it running. I still have not checked for spark, but I got a feeling this thing might run. You can see there's some nastiness dripping out of there, but it's coming out. I'm gonna re-clean the whole thing. I'm gonna put some chemical in it. These are plastic, by the way, and I know what, or they seem to be plastic or something. They're not steel, and I'm sure that's for the rust issue. But the inside needs to be cleaned with vinegar. There you go, vinegar. Put vinegar in here. Shake it, shake it, shake it, and spill it, and then you should be good. All right, I'll be back. All right, boys and girls, I got these bikes that were given to me by the neighbor that I'm doing the work at, the house with the floor that the video you're watching right now. And they've been sitting for, I think, 30, maybe 40 years. Okay, and this was her husband's bike. And it's a Suburban Schwinn. It's very dusty. I did already take some dust off of it, but I'm going to with air gun. And that bike over there too. This one's never heard of this brand. That, I mean, you know, that's quality right there with the Schwinn, especially this kind of bike. It says Champagne Cycle Corporation. You know, it's got all the original everything on it. It's only got a little dent right here in the back. And obviously this is for a taller person. I had to bring that seat down for myself if I want to ride this thing. Then we have this other one. This is a Kia. She said she got it from a neighbor that was when she moved in the 90s. And I've never seen this brand before. She said it was a Schwinn, but then I was like, no, it's not a Schwinn. It's a Kia. So I'm excited to clean these up, make them look like they should. That red is really nice. It looks kind of orange. Wow, what a difference. I sprayed it with some LA Finest or LA something, and I just sprayed it and I'm letting it sit so it can soak in all the, you know, dust and chemicals that have been sitting on it from sitting in the garage. And it was just dusty, I guess. Well, we'll see right now. I'm spraying this stuff. As you can see, look, I was bringing all the freaking nastiness out of it. And this will come off, especially with these kind of pipes, believe it or not. It's a video how to clean a plastic moped gas tank or any tank. So you use white vinegar. You don't use the whole gallon. You're supposed to put 2 cups of that and what, a cup of baking soda. And if I could show you in there, which I can't because it's kind of difficult to see with the camera phone, but cameras you could put in through the, I could show you better. But long story short is there's sludge in the bottom of this tank right here in the bottom, right where it comes out. It's been sitting for, you know, X amount of years. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go take it by where the hose is at. A cup of baking soda, 2 cups of this, but I think I'm going to put more of this. I'm supposed to just let it sit for an hour, but I'm going to let it sit for longer than that and go to the park and come back. And then we'll see what happens, okay? And I'll show you. Got the leveler here as well, and that's holding this piece that was cracked from the inside. I put some Gorilla Glue cleared in this section because the gas tank was loose and it was at the plastic crack. So I wonder if it's going to leak. Hopefully it doesn't. So that level is squeezing everything out, putting everything into place, and I'm waiting for it to dry. And it's been there for like an hour. So the next thing is to drop in this baking soda in the gas tank, and there's slush in the very bottom. So I'll put it in here, and then I'll shake it. Back and forth, you can see it come up. Back and forth. This is better. There's another way you're supposed to put muriatic acid in it, but I think this is better. The sludge is really stuck in the bottom. So I saw another video where a guy put a coat hanger in there after he did this and yanked all the crap out of it. And I don't know, this is supposed to be better. So here's the muriatic acid, sorry, the vinegar, white vinegar. It's gonna do 1. All right, that's 1 cup. And I think I'm gonna put 3, and then I'll fill it up with water the rest. So here's 1 cup. I put a plug in the bottom of this thing. Hopefully it holds down there. As you can see, I put Gorilla Tape 2, and I think it's 3. So the whole thing is rusty from the top, like a little like residue, like a little small percentage of it is, you know, it's muriatic acid, it's vinegar. So I got 3 cups of vinegar here, so I'll put the, and now we're gonna move on to the water, and we're supposed to top it off and then close it. It's supposed to go 3/4 away, but I'm gonna do the whole thing. I got a feeling. There it goes, filling up the tank. I can see how much it's going. It's filling, it's filling, it's filling, it's filling. Then I'm gonna do all the top. The only reason why I'm going all the way to the top is because there's rust on top. The bottom's worse, but there's a little like surface rust on this tank. So we're almost there. I can see it. I can see it. I can see it. I can see it. All right, we're almost there. There it is. Top that. Now it's all the way to the top. And then I'm going to use the cap in my hand here to cover it up, just so we can get anything particles in there. And I can see some bubbling happening here. I don't know what that means. Is the reaction with the chemicals, I guess. So I should maybe, ooh, is that leaking to the bottom? Is that possible? Let's put this back over here. I think it's leaking into the chemical. That's what that is. All right, let me put the cap on. See what happens after that. Okay. Go to the park and come back and see what happens. It's supposed to be 1 hour. On the Suburban Schwinn, I don't know, 70 maybe? 71? I don't even know. It is smooth like butter. And it's old. Let me show you some details. It's beat up in the back a little bit. That's the worst of it. But then from far away, boom, from far away, you can't even tell that much that I dropped it like 1,000 times. Nope. I just got it. And I cleaned it. Not very well, the front rim. But yes, that I made that shine. The rest of it is going to have to clean the spokes. That's it. That boy's in there, so carburetor's clean. And this spray right here we have carb cleaner. Took out one jet, cleaned it, the bowl, everything. See, it was clogged up. The whatever cook was in there, it went through the whole system, ended up in the jet. So I cleaned all that, those little tiny parts. It was like 4 jets, not like 4 little holes, pinholes, and then the little tiny jet, the little tiny little thingy. And I cleaned that up. I want you to see the tank over here. It's been over an hour, maybe like 3 hours. And I'm supposed to dump this after the fact. And it's kind of bubbling. I saw the last time I was here. Like, you can see how that put in there. I think I'm gonna dump it and do it again. Oh, you can see better than I can. I know it's all cooped up down there. I know it is. I think I'm gonna let it sit overnight, to be honest with you, because it's still like gurgling a little. So I know it's penetrating because I filled this up and it's not leaking because it's, well, it could be, but I didn't see anything. But I'm gonna fill it up again until it's to the top. It is to the top. Yeah. Moved a little bit. I'm gonna let it sit overnight. Can't harm it, I would say. Alright, so I'm here trying to figure out why it's leaking fuel, but I think this fuel line needs to be unclamped just to stop the, the dripping, and that came out of the tube that's connected inside the carburetor. Now I have to clean the inside of the points in there. As you can see, it's very clean. And I'm gonna rub it with this. Stick it in there and just rub it back and forth so it can make contact, and then we should be ready to go. Okay, we'll see. Bring it back right now soon. Alright, boys and girls, I found a nail filer and I'm sticking in the points and I'm scrubbing back and forth. As you can see, you find where it opens the actual points, and then you just back and forth, just clean methodically, very quietly, very carefully, very gingerly, lightly, and that should be enough. We'll see if it starts. I'm going to I don't know if there's a way. I mean, my other moped has a way of switching from riding a bike to riding the engine, and I'm not familiar with the scooter. Mine has a knob down here. The Jawa that I have is probably the same year, but it's got some kind of you just turn it and it turns into the bike. This one, it's on bicycle mode, but I'm not sure if it stays all the way 100% all the time, or if there's a way to switch it over to the motor to activate. So I have to figure that out. I have to look online for this bike and see what's going on. Okay. Alright, boys and girls, today's task is to see why it doesn't want to crank over. Doesn't want to start. As it says here, start. So this lever is supposed to be up while I'm pedaling it, and this is the choke. It's supposed to be up too at the same time. It's on the off, run position. Yeah, it was on. It was on. So it says run. And then here, the horn doesn't work right now, obviously, because the bike's not on. This mirror, I have to take this bolt off and loosen it to pick it up. It's in a way that it'll hit this if I try to, put the thing up, but it was intentional to store it. So maybe that's what it needs, right? I have to put the mirror up. Let me do that right now. Let me flip that over. 3, 2, and there it is. The other thing that I also did to it is I pushed the actual tilted it this way. It was more like up and down, so I wanted it to look a little bit more I could twist them all the way down to the floor and do it like cafe racer style. That's another possibility. Okay. Alright, as you can see, we're gonna switch that spark plug out because it's not firing, and I want to make sure that it's not the spark. If it's the gas issue, I will take the carburetor off again, even though I was told it could be like the electrical system, obviously the points, but it would be firing, right? It would be having a really dark blue or white or whatever spark it is, but it's got to be, strong. And those points look brand new down there. They look, the bike only has 300 miles. So I gotta put the spark plug on and see if it sparks when I'm, running. I fixed the leak, like I said before. I put a zip tie right there, the yellow one, and it stopped the dripping from the hose going into the carburetor. All that is more than likely gonna come off again. It doesn't take that long to take that carburetor off. And then I'm going to, I should just get a new one, but try to keep it original, man. Same, you're gonna get a Chinese one. Doesn't matter, as long as it runs, right? So that's what I'm trying to do next. So what I'm gonna do right now is take that spark plug off. It's got a tool in the toolkit over here. Paperwork from the last time I was on the road. It was back in, I think it said, got a date of 88. 88? Yeah, 7/18/1988. Yeah, that's what it's stamped right there. 1988. And then this has 91 on it, this plate. That plate's 91. Right? And then 247, 74 miles. And then let's check it out. Alright, we'll be back, see if it sparks up. So check this thing out. So this thing is made in Holland, right? Check out the spark plug. Germany. I've never seen one like this before. And I guess that's the spark plug I need. I'm gonna just change it. It was all gummed up. I put my finger on it, but it was all. That's why I probably didn't fire, because it wasn't making. I don't know. We'll find out. So I don't know why, if this thing is cracked, if that it will affect it running. But if they parked it, it was that air was coming in. They did put tape, but they didn't cover everything. They covered up to here, but there was a big gap right here that was still. So I'm gonna fix that. See if maybe that has something to do with it. I did see some spark when I took the spark plug off, but it's not really super like bright. So I'm thinking I still need to clean those points a little bit more. So I'm gonna do that. So the spark here, when I spin the bike with the motor on, it'll spark blue. It's supposed to have a really strong spark, and I see sometimes, but then I see it a little faded. Not all the time, so I don't know if that's normal. But yeah, I'm gonna keep on hacking at it. Okay, boys and girls, here at the park, and she runs. Got my speaker right there. The lights I thought were broken, but I let it on run. I guess the dirt on the electrodes or whatever, and it started coming back to life. So the lights worked front and back. These are the back lights right here. And I put the plate back on. I haven't cleaned it, or the fender, but I did clean the exhaust on it. So now it looks like it's brand new. And it's got a little bit of, I don't know what they spilled on it. I'll try to get that off, but besides that, gotta still clean the front rims. The back I did. It was in a basement, in a closet. That's where he kept it, and it was all full of like soot. Like the guy smoked, I think, and I guess it kind of like put a layer on it. When my son came to the park with me, it was so much fun, this little thing. Yeah, I changed the spark plug, put a brand new filter, cleaned the hose, took the carburetor off twice, put it back together. Seems to be working. I was having so much fun. I had my boombox here, and I had the bike was going. This light gets bright the faster you go. The same with the back light. But what ended up happening was I got a little bit of dirt from the gas tank, that even though I cleaned it, it's still gonna happen once in a while. And I felt it go and it cut out. So I know that I have fuel, because the fuel line has fuel in it. So I'm almost sure that the jets are, the little jet that's in there is probably clogged up. See those rocks down there? Like there's rocks inside. I don't know where that's coming from. I'm thinking the gas tank, but I have a filter, a brand new filter. It's brand new, but you can see the particles in it. So that's gonna happen. I'll keep cleaning it till it starts running, but I was going fast. It was so much fun. At nighttime with the music on, it feels like you're riding a real motorcycle, because the pistons are going, and you're doing like 30, but you feel like you're doing 130. That's why they're so fun. It's like, it's fun. right, so I put my motorcycle, moped, on top of the walkway that I built. And I built this, and the ramp, and the foundation, and moved all that grass. All me, dude. I did all that, all me. I planted all these flowers. I put all these stones down.
I'm on the bed, don't want no flowers cause they simple pain. You don't look sad anyway, wait. I see you smiling so I can't stand all of your tears cause they fake. I know what they really feel. They wouldn't know much about me. Not into fucking with hobbies, wait. Money don't count itself. Always be counting on what I earn. Even the life then I make it work. Walking caught up with these dirty drugs. My stuff was all I got in this mess. Talk about how they be getting dripped. Truthfully, I got lost during the moment, but now I'm alone and atoning. Got caught up in my head, no way to find. I don't know where I'm going. Got caught up in my head, no way to find it. I don't know where I'm going. I let this butterfly singing in my mind. I run from my Let me find real lost in my trapping dreams. I'm paralyzed, dummy and Austin side by side, that Bill and God. Got a lot of friends but still so lonely. I don't know about all these dreams fall through me. Can't run away from you inside me. Better days but I still feel so lonely. 요즘은 또 쉽게 나 burn out. 사람을 못 믿어 I'm alone now. 버리지 못하는 추억들이 많아서 can't run away I'm no good now. Abusing more everything. From you I will never be free. Can't stop me from everything. So I don't know where to go now. Got caught up in my head, thought way too far ahead.